How's it going, everybody? Just doing a whispered ramble and drinking here today. I've got two of these, one here, one to the side. Two of these Line and Google Snowdrift Vanilla Porter beers. Got these last Friday. I got 3 left still, so I guess I can try to do a review on them. They're actually pretty good. I'm not a fan of, I guess, a port or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. I'm not a beer expert by any stretch. But this one is actually, I actually kind of like. It's supposed to have like coffee and caramel and like vanilla flavor in there, and something else too. I forget. Maybe chocolate. But it's not bad. Pretty good aftertaste. Like, it goes down. It tastes a little better as you drink it. As you tasted it in your mouth or whatever. But it is a darker beer, 6% alcohol, which is a lot for any kind of beers here. I know that elsewhere that's kind of small. I mean, you get some beers that are higher than this as well, but it's not usually. I know in other countries, most other countries, their beer is stronger. I guess not that it really matters, but it's ours for whatever reason are not as strong. Yeah, porter with vanilla. But I like Line and Google stuff. The summer shandy was good. The harvest shandy was good. They have another one. I had the berry weiss I like too. There's another one I want to try. They actually have their mix pack of berry weiss. I think it's summer shandy and grapefruit, and they tell you to mix them together to come up with the different flavors, which is kind of cool. But it's not bad. I might get a headache from it though. I think they might be giving me, like, even sometimes I drink one beer and it gives me a headache. But nice little label there as well. I think they're located in, is it Wisconsin? It should say it somewhere. Line and Googles. It tells you how to pronounce it on there. I'm gonna pronounce that wrong, but I guess they're Jacob Line and Google Brewing Company, Chippewa Falls, Wisconsin, and that's Milwaukee, Wisconsin on here as well. But yeah, I guess I can kind of do what I've been playing as well, but Luigi's Mansion 3 and Link's Awakening. I've been playing both of them. I'm playing Link's Awakening at the moment. I started with Luigi's Mansion 3. Was that Monday or was it? Yeah, I think it was Monday I started playing it. Both. I'm going to talk about Luigi Mansion. I mean, I'll probably do a dedicated one towards them, but I will say both games, just amazing games. I'm enjoying the hell out of both of them. They're that good. Nintendo always hits it out of the park with those kind of games for sure. The way they structure those games and stuff is really good. But they're both awesome. Yeah, I'll talk about them in what I've a specific what I've been playing video, probably like next week. What's on tap? I want to do another Switch collection because I have those 2 games and I have a third that wasn't in my other one. So that'd be 11. I want to do a digital Xbox One collection. I want to show what I have on my Xbox One. So I'll kind of have to do that with the camera, my cell phone camera, and not the laptop, because I got a lot of stuff on there. I mean, I could just it will have my other installed games that you've seen in collections, the physical copies, but I want to kind of make that and just show the other games. I guess I have a lot of 360 games on there. I have a lot of the arcade games and indie titles on there as well, so that's kind of what I want to show that for sure. So I need to do the Root Doctor one. I've put that off a little bit. I will do that next week for sure. People want to see another barbershop video. Actually, I'm going to probably do an eating butterscotch barbershop video. Someone on my last game store roleplay, I believe. Excuse me. My last video game store roleplay vid said, "Oh, you should do." I think they said you should do an eating butterscotch. Oh, maybe it was on my butterscotch word search. They said you should do a video game one with eating butterscotch. watched it, I was like, holy shit. Like, I can do a cranial nerve exam doing that. It spices it up a little bit. It makes it a little different, because I'll admit, with those barbershop videos, and I know a lot of you love them, you know, and I could switch back and forth between whispering, or not whispering, but like gum chewing, non-gum chewing, but it's hard for me to, kind of, you know, keep it fresh in my own mind. Like, I'll admit, I start to get a little bit bored doing the barbershop videos. I like making them because you guys like them, but when I make them, I'm struggling to stretch them out, because it's like, I've done this before, you know. I try to make them different in my mind, because if I don't make them a little bit different, I feel like, well, why am I, you know, I gotta make a playlist specifically for the barbershop videos. I gotta have 12 to 15 of those already, which isn't a problem, but I think eating the butterscotch will at least spice it up a little bit. What else? I'll do what I've been playing. I'll do another Shady video in November as well. Hopefully a garage sale pickup or two can be done. I don't think there's gonna be any garage sales tomorrow. There's not even any listed for this town, but there's only like 50 or 60 listed for the whole island. So I don't. It's because it's Halloween, and it's gonna be, you know, by the time people will be setting up for their garage sales, it's gonna be like the mid to upper 30s. So I don't think people want to sit out there in that. I want to have one out by my aunt's house still. So hopefully mid to late November I'll do that. If I have to sit out there in 40-degree weather, I don't have a problem with it. I can, you know, go 9 to 12 or 9 to 1 or something. Not do it that long, but we'll see how that works. But what else? I'm trying to think. Eating videos, obviously. I want to do another Subway one, and I am going to try to do a Mickey's one. It's just, I got to ride my bike to Mickey's, and it's going to take me probably 20 minutes to ride there, so I got to worry about the food being cold and whatnot. I have to heat it up in the microwave or something, so that's always tougher to do. Subway's closer. I can get the Subway in probably 10 minutes on bike, so maybe I'll get like a meatball sub from Subway or something like that. And I'm not about to like Uber Mickey's or anything like that and pay an extra like $5 to do that. I might next week. I saw in the Kohl's, we were in Kohl's on Monday, and I saw they had Harry Potter Lego blind bags. So next week I kind of want some of those anyway, and they have some Lego Harry Potter sets I was looking at that I'm kind of interested in. But they're a little cheaper on Amazon, but they have a decent selection of Legos there. I thought I heard a weird noise, but I want to maybe pick up 2 or 3 of those blind bags, and then maybe I'll do like a gum chewing, unwrapping, unboxing, whatever, of those. I did that last year too, around the same time with those Yokai Watch medals. I was into that Yokai Watch show briefly. And the Jibanyan character, because he's a cat. But, and I got like 2 of his figures. I don't know why I really did that, but I think part of me thought they might have value, but I kind of wanted to get the little emblems were cheap. It was like 3 or 4 in a bag or something like that. But they were like $2 and at Barnes & Noble, so I got some. But maybe I'll do that for the Lego Harry Potter stuff. The figures, maybe grab like 3 bags, hopefully don't get a duplicate or 2 in there, and do a video of that. A lot of people, you guys, while it's viewing well, and you guys liked a lot of comments as well on that, the request for the gum chewing interview. A few people picked up on that it was Firewatch, the game Firewatch. When I got that request, I was like, oh, do I want to do it like an office interview? And then for some reason, that popped in my head. I'm like, I could do it that way. I can do Firewatch, like a Firewatch, Fire Lookout type one. And that was fun to do. I'm glad you guys liked it. that was a really cool game. I got that in 2018. I got that game Gone Home. Sorry, just like voice cracked in a whisper. I got that game Gone Home, and I got which I enjoyed. I know a lot of people didn't like that because it's kind of just a walking simulator, but spoilers on that game. It's very short, but I'm gonna spoil a little bit here. So if you want to play it, don't listen to the next like 2 or 3 minutes. But it had, because you go home and you're like your sister's gone, your parents aren't there, they're out or something, I don't know. And you come home from overseas or something, and you're in the house and you're finding clues to your whereabouts, where your younger sister went. And there's a part towards the end where it almost alludes to the fact that, you know, she might have killed herself. And you go into this hidden room, and I swear I'm like I never had that with a game. Like, my heart almost stopped. Like, I was like, my stomach dropped, or whatever you want to say. But it didn't end up being that. But I was like, wow, they really drew you in. I like that game because it takes place, I think, in like the late 90s. So there's a lot of stuff in there. It's like X-Files stuff, like videotapes and stuff. Maybe it's 95, I don't know. But it was a pretty cool game for what it was. I got it for like $5, so it was well worth that. And then the funny thing is that hidden room, there was like a button you could just find and push. So there's a way to actually beat the game, and like I got the achievement. It's like under a minute or something. But then I got Firewatch because I wanted to play like mystery type games, and Firewatch was really cool. It was like maybe 4 or 5 hours, and it was cool. The guy who does the voice of the character you control is the guy who was in Mad Men. I think his name's Rich Sommer. He was in Summer of '84, that movie, and he's in another show my fiance watches on. I think it's on Channel 11, whatever they call Channel 11. The main girl is blind, but he's in that. I think it's something, I forget what it's called, like In the Dark or something like that. It might be called that, actually. But that was a good game. That one takes a little bit of a, see, same thing with Gone Home. Gone Home played as though it's creepy at first, and you're like, oh, is this gonna be paranormal? And then I start getting excited. And Firewatch kind of had a similar vibe. You're like, oh no, is it gonna lean towards like UFO type stuff? But then it doesn't. But that story I liked in that game. The final kind of reason why stuff's happening was good. But I can definitely do a gameplay of that. That was a really cool game. I like games like that, and you only really get them in like the indie smaller games. Like Oxenfree is another one I played on Game Pass. It's still on there. That was really cool as well. Kind of mystery. That one delved more into kind of weird things happening. That was a good one. If anybody has any recommendations for those kind of games, let me know. I just downloaded, it was $3 on sale, Soma. It's kind of a survival horror type game. I started playing that. They have pretty good sale on survival horror and horror type games in general, so I might pick up another one. I don't know. The first Condemned is $5. I might just get that, even though I've beaten that game like 4 times in the past. That game is amazing. That's why I want to kind of do that digital Xbox One collection, because I have a lot of stuff. I think I have like 80 to 90 games on there. I probably like 82 or 83 are my, actually owned ones, and then some are from Gold and Game Pass now that I have that. Like Made of Scare was Xbox Live Gold. And then from Game Pass, I put the Stranger Things 3, the game on there. This game Kona, which is pretty interesting. Tales of Vesperia, this definitive edition. I don't know if that's on my wish list. I might just end up buying it off there. Funny thing is with wish list thing, I put stuff on it just to put it on there because I'll probably end up buying it at some point myself. Because I like seeing the prices will drop, and I'm like, oh, I'm jumping on it. I actually just picked the game up off of there yesterday, but that's a new game. I'll do a pickup video of that, so I won't say what it is, but it's the second in the series. I'm excited to get that. It's only $30 too, which is awesome. But that's on there, but that's a longer game. Like, I would like to play some of the Yakuzas on there, but they're longer. And I'm not keeping this for more than a month. I did it because it was $1, and I was like, oh, Made of Scares on gold. I'm getting it because I wanted to play that game. Yeah, but we'll see how that, we'll see how that goes. Oh yeah, and I'll be doing gameplays. I'm gonna do Assassin's Creed Chronicles gameplay next month. That was a gift. Thank you very much. I'll mention the person who got it again in there. I still have to do a couple more too. I have Kingdom Hearts 3 as well, or Lego Harry Potter. I'll do one of those too as well, because I got the 5 games from the same person. I won't say your name here. I'll say KB, the initials, but he got me like 5, and that was a phenomenal. Thank you again for that. But I will do, I think I did 2 of those games that he got me, and I'll do another 2 this month. And Assassin's Creed Chronicles. I have We Happy Few as well. And I want to actually do one of the person who got me the Aaron, I believe, got me the True Blue mini pack with all the PlayStation games on it. I want to do gameplay of some of those too. I'm glad you guys like the video game related stuff, because that's what my original channel was, and I love doing video game related stuff. I like talking about it, doing gameplays, reviews, whatever, pickups. So I'm glad you guys like it. I try to keep my channel as varied as possible. I mean, I have game stuff, I obviously have role plays, I have eating videos, tapping, controller sounds, all that stuff. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. It's another month gone by tomorrow. But I'm happy with where my channel's at right now. I'm closing in on 5K subs. I would like to get there by the end of the year, but I don't think that's gonna happen. I think at the moment I need 360 or 59, 359 or something. So I don't know if I go on a run, I might be able to get it, but I don't know if I'm going to. If anything, it will probably happen early January. I don't know. Maybe. You never know. You never know how the sub count will go. Sometimes all of a sudden you'll just drop. You won't get nearly as many subs the following month. It's very my ASMR addiction in her 15,000 sub video, it mentions kind of similar. I believe it was her. She said, you can't control in most of this stuff. You can kind of control views, because if you get more videos up, you're going to get more views. But in terms of generating subs, I mean, it's hard to do. If you get a shout out or something, like the ASMR bro gave me that shout out last year, which was huge. Thank you again for that, if he's watching this. Or anybody who came by, thanks to that sub, that shout out, I should say. And that helped. That gave me a boost. That helped push me towards 4K. But I personally haven't been watching a ton of ASMR videos lately. I have my go-to ones that I watch a good amount, but I've been focusing on making them, and I've been watching a lot of kind of Buckethead type stuff and listening to creepy stories on YouTube. But I need to get back into watching more. It's been fun. So we'll see. We got some Christmas decorations too from last week, or it was Monday. I don't know. Oh, no, it was over the weekend, I believe. Almost done with this first beer. This will be like a 30-minute one. This stuff's good. I don't think I could drink more than 2 or 3 of them, because they are very rich, and I don't know, they kind of fill me up. But yeah, there's a couple distributors here in Iceland that we go to. The one in Mass Peak was actually one of the better distributors. Unfortunately, we're not there anymore. But if I go there to go by my aunt's house, or if I'm hanging out with some of my friends out there, I can pop by there. They got a ton. It's bigger. First of all, it's bigger than these 2 that are out here, and they just have a ton of stuff. But distributors are good to go to. The beer's usually cheaper than the supermarket. They just open up, I think they start opening movie theaters on the island again, 25% capacity or something, but there's like nothing in the theater anyway. Funny thing is, the biggest biggest thing I miss about movies is going to see those kind of horror movies and stuff for cheap at Seaford Theater, which we could still go to Seaford Theater whenever, things get back to normal or whatever, but, oh yeah, it says it on here. Pride of Chippewa Falls. Yeah, I've been thinking about a couple other things. Yeah, this is what I do when I'm rambling, or in general, I bounce all over the place from subject to subject. I want to get, I've been looking at stuff in relation to my channel. I don't know when I'm going to go about getting it. I kind of need a new laptop, or even just a nice digital camera to film with. I was looking at capture cards as well, because I was trying to figure out how they work. If I can use the Blue Yeti attached to it to just film it all in one shot, or do I have to film it and then upload it and then record over it? I don't know, because I don't, like I said, I don't edit my stuff, and maybe people are like, what the hell, but especially when it comes to rambles or anything, I'm not going to edit anything, and my role plays, if I screw up 10 minutes in, I just start over, which is kind of a waste of time. But I don't like edits sometimes because they're noticeable, and I don't know anything about editing, so mine would be terrible, I'm sure. But there's that. But I saw a $50 capture card. I mean, capture cards aren't more than $100 normally, because if I can hook the Yeti up to a capture card, I don't even know if I'll be able to. I'd love to be able to kind of just do that, because I can do longer gameplays, and it's obviously going to be a better freaking quality than my phone, but I know you guys don't mind the phone stuff, but it's almost for longer videos too, because then I still want to do playthrough. I know people have asked about it, and there's games I'd love to do playthrough on, but I'd love to just do a 45 excuse me, 45, 50-minute, hour-long gameplay video. If I wanted to on my phone, I could realistically, push 25 minutes if I cleared out a lot of space, but I don't know. I gotta look into those a little more, maybe after Christmas, or even before, it depends. I'll look into those. These capture cards, but, I get this thing open. It's weird with these twist offs. Sometimes I get them off no problem, and sometimes I hate the way it cuts up my hand a little bit. I'm an idiot, but we'll see. But I plan on making videos for as long as humanly possible. So I always actually have that in my brain. How long am I gonna go with this stuff? Will I go till I'm another? What is this? This is year 5. Will I go another 6, 7 years after this? I don't know. I mean, why not? I mean, I've been plowing out videos like crazy. I'm just on such a roll. I don't even like missing a day sometimes. I just like getting vids up. I'm also afraid if I go 2 days without it, I'm gonna fall into a thing where I only make 12 videos in a month, which is still a good amount, but I don't want to kind of get into that groove. Because that's what I used to do, about 12 to 15, and then I started picking up the pace. Yeah, I'll see. Had Jake's Way Back. I worked with my friend yesterday, and we had a Jake's Way Back burger for lunch. Never had it before. There actually used to be one in Massapequa, but it left. At the kind of rodeo burger, from the one with the onion rings on it, barbecue sauce was good. But we'll see how it goes. I don't know if I'll finish this full one during this recording, but maybe I'll do a gum chewing trigger words video or something too. I don't know. I'm trying to think if I kind of did almost a, not necessarily, because somebody else commented, and I had thought about it on that job interview video, that Oh yeah, shady skills. The shady one teaches them. They commented, and I was like, when I was making the video, I was thinking, because I mentioned like, oh, these woods could be haunted. There's rumors. I kind of threw that in there because if I wanted to kind of maybe not intertwine that in, but like all of a sudden, kind of work that in. Because I was thinking maybe I'd have to film with my digital camera, but do a video in the shed at my aunt's house for a little different scenery. Kind of make that like a little hut or something like that. I don't know. Time is it anyway? 1 o'clock. So it's been interesting. That's why I was like, I'm gonna do last night. I'm gonna do eating butterscotch roleplay instead. I've been leaning a little too much on the gum chewing lately, so that's another reason I want to kind of just do a regular ramble and throw some drinking into it. I know these videos don't film as view as well, but it's like I don't want to just fall into the trap of just gum chewing all the time. If I started off that way, then sure. But I know not everybody likes it, so like I said, I try to give people, everybody what they like. It can be hard sometimes. But when you get a lot of videos up, it's easier to do. Because then you can do everything, And maybe another gum chewing movie review, and maybe even a gum chewing. Maybe after I beat like Link's Awakening. I think I know Link's Awakening's not super long. I think it's like maybe 12 to 15 hours or something. I've gotten past the 3rd dungeon. Maybe Luigi's Mansion is definitely longer, I'm sure, but I could definitely do a review on one of those two, if not both of them. Whenever. But maybe I'll get some more games for Christmas. That's all I put on my Christmas list most of the time is video games. And my fiance, I'll give her like a list of certain ones and do it. Get whatever ones. I'm already feeling it I'm not gonna probably finish one of my body's already not feeling like drunk or anything, but it's not sitting well with me. So we'll see how, that works. Let me see, I'm just starting to really ramble, like pointless stuff. Haven't watched any. What was the last movie we watched, actually? We watched the show Utopia on Amazon. That was really good. And we watched some of The Haunting of Bly Manor. I'm trying to think if there's something else. There's another show I want to watch. I don't know. I was thinking about getting Shudder again, because Shudder, now you get a Shudder, it's like $8.99. You get Shudder, AMC, I think IFC, Sundance, and like I think BBC America or something like that. It's like $8.99. I was like, oh, Shudder's really cool, especially if you're into horror stuff. Yeah, maybe I'll take a couple more swigs of this. I'll probably dump the rest of it. In reality, I shouldn't drink alcohol at all because my gastritis. I have my pills for it, the gastritis, but it will sometimes just not be. It's like one of the big no-nos, chocolate and alcohol. But if I'm taking my pills consistently, it's helping it, and they will heal the pill. The pills will help heal over time. I really hope this video actually records fully. I deleted a bunch of stuff if that was a problem. It could have just been a screw up one time. I have no idea. This laptop does weird stuff. Yeah. It's another month. November's here. Then December, January, February, March, April. I really hope the garage sales are at least double what they were, because I obviously COVID slowed G sales down, especially in May and mid-April and May. I probably lost about 6 or 7 weeks with none. Then they started to pop up, but there were still weekends where there was barely any. There were still weekends where there was plenty as well. So, but and I got some good stuff, man. I got that GBA SP for $5. I got, you know, those games that I had, Ghost Hunter and Cold Fear, which was great. I got that Star Wars thing. I got the Octopath Traveler thing. Those are just cool things. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the Star Wars thing, but I'm obviously keeping the Octopath Traveler, Wayfarer's Edition stuff. I got controllers. I got a couple of Wii Sports, which is gain value, which is so weird how that even has any value considering it came with the system. 90% of the time you got a system, it came with it, of course, unless you got a used one. But it's like there's got to be 100 million of those in circulation. What else did I get? Oh, I got that Genesis, which I still have. I could have paid less for that. I have it written down, the stuff I picked up. I probably got probably 30% of what I'd normally get though, so hopefully next season is back in business. And like everybody's just more used to it, and it's just everything's back in business the way it is normally, where I'm getting like 15, 20 sometimes in a weekend. Because I would even check Massapequa just to see, and Massapequa, there was a few weekends when they started to pick up, but they were kind of lower. Now even in a normal season, you'll get weekends where there's not that many, but I'm hoping it goes into November, at least 3 weeks, as long as the weather's decent. I wouldn't care if people had garage sales in 20-degree weather, I'd go to them. Yeah, I'm feeling this. I'll take maybe another 3 minutes. Take a few more swigs. I can't finish that. I'm feeling it. Yeah, plenty more videos to come. Like I said, barbershop, root doctor, another Gumjung word search, gameplays, collections, some reviews. I might review Ravenous or something, maybe a random movie, I don't know, I'll watch something else. If I ever get, people want to see It 2 review, if I ever get around to seeing that, I will review it. Yeah, but we'll see how it goes. Maybe I'll take one more swig. Let this go another minute. That's at 33 minutes. Not bad. I was glad that I got that interview role play to 27 minutes too, because I struggle and I didn't have a problem with that one. Like even the barbershop videos and cranial nerve exams, I can run longer. Barbershop videos I have trouble with. I like to get them at least to 15, but sometimes I move too fast sometimes. And sometime in probably 2021, I was going to say, oh, it's way off. It's not, though. It's only 2 months away. Maybe in March or April of 2021, I'll probably do another video game collection video. I'd like to do those. I could even do like an update where I just show the newer stuff, but I can't remember. That's the thing. Even from that last video game collection I did, which was, maybe 2 months ago, I sold some of those games. I sold like the GBA, Final Fantasy 4. Actually, I didn't sell that much, I guess. I guess I sold that. I sold Muramasa on the Vita. I wanted to make a couple quick bucks, and Muramasa has some value, and I'm just not going to play it. That's the problem with some of those Vita games. It's like I don't get around to playing them, which is too bad, but it's nice to have them because eventually I will play them, finish them, whatever. we'll see how it goes. Yeah, maybe I'll push this to 40 minutes. I don't know. Almost went. Oh, I just did. Went soft spoken there for a second. Somebody told me in a comment I sounded like Wolverine Logan. It's like I haven't heard that. People have told me I sound like Ray Donovan or the guy who plays in Leaf Schreiber. I think I've heard Solid Snake as well. The deeper voices, the raspy, deeper voices. It's good that people like my voice, right? And I can use it for people's enjoyment. Yeah. Alright, so I picked up a game. I'll be doing a pickup of that game too. I'll probably do. That'll be a shorter one. Although maybe I won't even do a pickup of that. I don't know. Because it's one game. I like to do it with at least two. Maybe I want whatever. Like I said, I want to grow my Xbox One collection, so. I'm up to like 36, 37 games. Maybe I'll do another Q&A next month. Maybe I'll do a Q&A at 5K. I don't know. Maybe I won't. I like to kind of wait on those. When was that last one? Maybe like 3 months ago. How are we looking outside? It looks like it's still raining. I gotta run over to Stop and Shop. Thankfully, even in the rain, Stop and Shop is literally a 5-minute walk. From here to the store itself is 5 minutes. And Marshall's is over there too, and Staples, and Hallmark store. And there's a Starbucks and Applebee's in the parking lot too. Yeah, maybe I'll run this to 40. I'm almost done with this one too. Go figure. That's my problem with drinking. I mean, I'm drinking a little slower here, but a lot of the times I'll just pound the things. But I'm a lightweight these days anyway. I don't drink that often. It's funny, my highest tolerance was probably when I was in high school. Maybe I'll do another anxiety update video too next month. I don't know. Some mouth sounds. It's good to get a nice long video in there too anyway. Although if you look at the times, anybody who makes videos, if you look at the time watched, it's like you put up a 40-minute video and it's like 11 minutes average. Because you have people who are watching the full video and then you have people who watch 10 seconds, you know, so you get these weird numbers in between. What are you gonna do? Halloween came and went. Tomorrow. My aunt's got she's handing out the big Hershey bars again. We always handed out the big bars. At least the past 10 years, we had handed them out. Kids love them, which is weird. You'd think they'd never had seen a big candy bar, but I guess you're not used to getting that on Halloween. So I think she got 136 pack and then a bag of smaller. My God, sorry. A bag of smaller ones as well, just in case. But I'm gonna go there if she has extra intakes, which I shouldn't. Oh man, yeah, I'll just go to 40 here, but maybe I always do